Now, there's an article written regarding Sony clamps down on the sexual content on a PlayStation, well, in the PlayStation 4 games, and is worried about a potential hit to its reputation. There's an article regarding this. I will read it out really quickly as well, give my thoughts about it, as you can see here as well in front of you. Now, many have suspected that the Sony was implementing strict rules on the sexual content on PlayStation 4 games, and thus hunch has just been validated. The company confirmed to the Wall Street Journal that it created its own guidelines for sexual material in the games, overriding rating system like the ESRBs and the PEGIs. Wow. The move will help developers offer well-balanced content that doesn't inhibit the sound growth and the development of young people, according to the spokeswoman. Wow. She didn't outline the rules of the say when they took the effect. There appears to be some more cynical motivation of the crackdown, mind you. The WSJ cites on named Sony official who has concern that the PlayStation brand could take a hit from the sexual explicit material sold in Japan and a few other countries. Studios in Japan are more willing to produce racy games, including titles like Demian Woman and sexualized underage girls. Sony worried that it could be a target of legal and social action if one of those games catches the public eye, an American official said. Whatever the exact rules, some developers aren't happy. There have been instances where developers had to cover up characters using light rays, smoke or similar effects, and there are fears this will curb creativity among the developers. It's not always clear what will cross the line either. Creators may have to spend extra production time alerting cutscenes and the characters, even if they thought a game was relatively safe. The rule appears to have affected a number of titles already, including The Devil May Cry, the Western PS4 version of the demon battling game used as a lens flare to hide Trish's behind a cutscene, where the Japanese PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One versions show a very mild instance of the nudity. There are also questions about whether or not this is a sound competitive move for the Sony. While it may protect the company's image, it also risks driving developers and gamers to the PC, Switch and Xbox One, where some games could be available with the rescue of the material intact. Although this isn't likely to do much damage to Sony's dominance of the console gaming, it might help Microsoft and Nintendo court those players who insist on the unfettered experience. Now, this is completely bullshit. I think they should completely ignore this crap and stop. Now, I don't care, personally, I don't care about the reputation. Now, Sony has already done very well with their own console and obviously the dominance overall the console wars. Now, I don't think this is a good move to do for Sony, that they would just simply need to put in the light rays and make sure that there are no nudity revealed. Well, can we just, what's wrong with seeing an ass? What? That's its reputation. No, stop. I understand completely why they're trying to, put this in and make sure that they don't have this crap in there, but oh my god, don't. If you're worried about the, the reputation of your own, that's just ignorance. I personally believe so. That's not a good idea. Stop doing this. Completely ignore this bullshit. If you can't ignore it, okay, fine, put in the new sort of the this what is it called, PEGIs or the ESRBs, make sure you put it at the very beginning of all the games, say like adult nudity is here, for example, something like that, right? Put a claim, that's all, maybe in front of the case of the game, and as soon as you start up the game, just make sure you say that. That's good enough. Now this should be clarified and clear. Now, just to make sure that, people will be expecting it. Not like, oh my god, what was that? An ass? Oh my god, I've never seen that before. Like, stop. No, this is not right. Just stop doing this. Reputation is not important. Sure, they're gonna get into trouble. But what about the other consoles? What about the rest? What about Xbox? What about Nintendo and whatever, right? And PC, whatever, right? What about them? Aren't they gonna be in a similar case and trouble as well? Why does PlayStation think that they are the only ones? That's stupid. Devil May Cry did not just come out on PlayStation, it came out on the Xbox as well, so they're not gonna have this issue either? That makes no sense, it's stupid. And if you think it's the reputation that's gonna be a bit of a problem, no. People will be ignoring you more if you're gonna be censoring those stuff. Now, the whole thing hit pretty hard when there was a censor and like light rays covering the butt and butt cheeks and whatever, right? And this was a giant deal before, and now you're saying that they're worried about the reputation. No, bullshit. Stop. None of that. No more, please. Anyway, just brought my opinion into the light. I don't know. This is stupid. I think they should just stop with this, light censoring. Just let it be. If there's sex scenes, you need to see a dick going inside. Do it. Maybe you can do something cleverly, like make sure you don't pan out on that video, on the, the action going, right? Maybe you can see background noises, or maybe you can see some kind of aspects from the women while showing off, and you as the character doing it, whatever, right? You don't have to be extremely into the porn category, into the video games. You don't have to do that. Like, there are some worse things than that. Right, this is human. It's normal. It's supposed to have sex. What's wrong with it? But if you're trying to, for example, like for example, The Last of Us Part 2. Remember that trailer when showcase and it was like gutted people and like ripping them and make sure that the guts are coming out of their stomachs and stuff, and it's like kidneys and shit coming out. No, that's fine. That's okay. Wow, but we can't see the ass cheeks, right? And I mean, thank God Sony isn't doing anything regarding censoring that. Fuck me, no, leave that there. Gore is necessary. Gore is actually gives you more respect for your games and for your companies itself. You're not afraid to show it off. Sure, you're gonna get in trouble. I'm not denying that. Certainly, there are some idiots that say, "Oh my God, we have yet another white protagonist." Fucking idiots, IGN. Like, you know who I'm talking about. My God, what is wrong with you? Now, this stupid stuff, like somebody is going to be unhappy about everything. You never can actually incentivize and make sure that everybody will be happy whatever you got to show. No, there's nobody like that. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's always going to be pissed about something. And also, there are so many trolls and so many idiots out there that think that this is a necessity just to make sure to put the light rates. Oh my God, my son has so butt cheeks. Why was this not censored? Like, imagine a mother just comes in, or maybe, father is a little bit, he's okay with it. I personally think father will be okay with it. Maybe mother will be just saying like, oh my God, my son or my daughter has seen butt cheeks in The Devil May Cry. What is this bullshit? I mean, like, you bought your son or your daughter this game, you should have seen the warning in on the labels, and you've seen the game when she or he started up, and said like, a mild nudity will be in here. Not their fault, not Sony's fault, not the developer's fault. It's your fault for buying this game. It's your fault for not paying attention. It's your fault that you did not, put some, behavior and lessons and teach your son or your daughter. In fact, why is this a bad thing, seeing ass cheeks? Why is this a bad thing? It's normal. It's basically necessary for physical education. No, sure, I mean, sex is a little, far-fetched on that part, but, I don't think we actually have seen a proper sex scene, like pornographic. Like, you can see it going and doing it. No, I don't think we've seen that in any video games, so, as of yet anyway. Sure, there are a lot of stuff online and internet from the, fan-based stuff that you can see. And, for example, what was that game called? Remember that game, guys? Subverse? I have made a video about that, because due to the law and stuff that's going on with the trademark. Now that, you can actually see it doing it. But that's a game, but also it's being developed by on the standards and main plot and main point of the sexual content. It is an adult rated game, obviously. These stuff are also adult rated games like The Last of Us Part 2, but they don't have that sexual content. Well, maybe they do, I don't know. Part 2, I did not see anything more than you guys have already. Talking about the trailers, talking about the gameplay as well, right? So maybe there will be some kind of rape scene, maybe there will be well, there's definitely going to be some kind of gores and stuff, like probably picking out some inside of the organs and stuff from the people. I mean, okay, sure, it's not real. Well, sure, it does look like real though, but it's just numbers, ones and O's and ones, 0101, that stuff. That's coding. I know, I get it. That's a little bit retarded what I just said. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, guys. I think I'm gonna let you go now. Have an awesome day anyway. Tell me down in the comments what you think about this censor bullshit and reputation knockoff, whatever, right? Anyway, have an awesome day. Have a good one. You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too